Everything's about faith, faith and love, faith in God.
So your biography has come out. Nasreen Munni Kabir has written it. And in fact, I've interacted with her. We did a review of that biography on Bollywood Hungama as well. It's like really heartwarming the way your struggle has been from your childhood, your parents. Something about that, if you could please share something with us.
I mean, everybody has a story, and my story is that, the good and bad. But what's inspiring is that how my parents were the motivating factor to me. Like father as an inspiration, my mother as a motivating factor for me to take music. And Munni has been very kind and very patient in doing that. We didn't want to make it a controversial kind of a book. Right. We wanted to be very friendly and whatever people could take from it and get inspired is my take on it.
Like your mother sold her gold jewelry for you.
Yeah, and when she wanted me to take music, so she didn't have a choice. She had to do that.
Right. And your father has been a huge inspiration in you, and you've seen the kind of struggle that he has gone through. How do you look at your father and the early days? You learned a lot from him as well.
I think it's so important when parents set an example for kids, and I've learned a lot from what he did for me.
Right.
So whether the respect which musicians had for him, right, I always kept that very high, and then that's what motivated me to do certain things to maintain a kind of respect with my musicians.
What does Sufism mean to you, sir?
After, when you evolve in life, right, you just discover that everything's about faith and love, faith in God. Right. And things are different for each person. But I think that the power of faith, what makes you uplifted spiritually. And you're learning a whole different angle of everything when you grow up.
In your biography, we also saw the entire progression, the way you were playing as a musician to many of the music directors, even in Bollywood. And then you took on to jingles in a big way. Then Roja happened after that, and rest is history. The entire era of your jingles, when you were producing jingles, and I believe you enjoyed that process quite a lot, making short musical scores.
I enjoyed it because I was in movies, so it was a whole new kind of vibe for me. Exactly. Meeting very different people, very creative people, and also the kind of perfection they wanted in this 30 seconds or 20 seconds. And there's no whiling away. This just has to be perfect, bang on, nailing on the dot. Right. So which helped me to focus. It's almost like a focus experiment and focus exercise, where you can't do anything which is mediocre. Right. So I think on the larger, then when you come to movies, then you feel that, oh my God, how am I going to, for a 20-second jingle I used to take a day, and how am I going to do a movie which is 2.5 hours long? Yeah. And then you start enjoying the process, and it comes naturally. It's almost like vibing and freewheeling, sometimes vibing with it. Sometimes very intense, sometimes...
So Roja will, I think, always be special in your filmography. Personally, I love that song, Ye Haseem Waadiyan. And each time that particular that musical section goes, and you feel that as if you are literally climbing the mountains, in fact. I think you know what I'm talking about, the in-between section. How do you look at Roja now, sir? How important is it in your entire career, in your life?
Roja never existed before for me, because I was coming from very different influences, and I was just fighting, trying to redeem myself as a musician. As I want to do something else. Right. I don't want to be in this, kind of rebellious nature. And there's also a very spiritual transformation which I had in the 90s, the early 91, and everything fell into place. And meeting Mani Ratnam was unbelievable. Like, how can I get the best director in the country as my first film? So I should not screw it up. Yeah. So that kind of gave me, and then he also kind of helped me to shape what I am today. Sure. So I really have to give it to him. Like certain things I was afraid of, I said, no, do it. I'll take it. So he would give me the confidence, and in fact the foundation is laid by Mani Ratnam.
At the Oscar award ceremony, when you got the prestigious Oscar for India, I think that will always be a huge moment. We saw it live. When you said that Mere Paas Maa Hai, I think that will be forever etched in the memories of I think Indians and I think the world in general.
Dialogue from a Hindi film called Mere Paas Maa Hai, which means I have nothing but I have a mother. So mother's here, and her blessings are there with me. I'm grateful for her to have come all the way.
Your mother has been a huge guiding force in your life, in fact. Can we see a film at any point of time on R Rahman's life story? Would you be okay with that in any way?
I don't know about that. I'll feel embarrassed. But my mom's has come in an ad, actually. Right. It's very sweet, and I think I wanted the world to see who she is.
I think it's there. I saw them holding at Delhi airport.
Yeah. She was very against it. I said, you should do it. Because you are an inspiration for the whole, Indian community at least. And she accepted to do that.
What next are you doing in terms of your world endeavors? What are the stuff, any movies coming up and that you may be doing?
Right now I just finished a Hollywood movie called Welcome to People. And then I'm doing Yash Chopra's movie.
Right.
And then I'm just finished this movie. Which is very close to our hearts. Then I'm doing a Mani Ratnam movie, of course, again.
If you look at your filmography, any of the songs or any of the music scores that have been really close to your heart, apart from obviously Slumdog Millionaire?
I think Rockstar has been, and even this movie, because there's some people who've seen Vinay Tandi Varvaya, the Tamil version and Telugu version, 46 times, 47 times. When I see that, I say, wow.
Thank you very much, sir. A huge honor to have you on Bollywood Hungama. Thank you, sir.